God says he's great and awesome. God says he loves me so much he gave his son for me. God says he can make me as righteous as Christ is as a gift. Satan tells me the opposite. God's not real. God doesn't love you. You're never good enough. Do more good works or something. Get your righteousness from your good works or something. To cut us off from knowing the truth about God, enjoying God and his gifts, giving thanks to him for them. Satan will say, God can't make you happy in his presence. You got to go get a pizza or some drugs or some sex or some rock and roll or a TV or something to be happy. And God said, no, all you need is me to be happy spiritually. Once you're getting your peace, love, and joy from God, you don't care about the TV sets or the pizzas or the sex or the rock and roll or whatever to try to make yourself happy. You say, Satan, that's not going to make me happy. Getting closer to God, that's going to make me happy. Obeying God, that's going to make me happy. Not disobeying God. So we need to believe that God is the greatest. God is awesome. We need to believe that he's always in control. He's good in an evil and suffering world. His will is the best thing for us to do. So that we'll want to get close to him. We'll want to pray. We'll want to ask him, what do you want to do now, God? Get an answer back and start doing it. With his power to do it. It's like feeling like I am with great and awesome God right now. I'm doing the most important thing I can do right now. Peace, joy, not fear and depression or something. I found what I'm looking for. I found spiritual joy from God's presence. I found what I'm looking for. God to help me. Great and awesome God, I got no fear. So you get rid of fear and depression by trusting a great and awesome God with you always, your perfect problem solver, and get your happiness from being close to him. When you make God happy, you make yourself happy. God is like a perfect father, a great and awesome daddy, who owns all the gold in heaven and earth. He loves you so much he gave his son for you. He'll freely give you everything else you need. He'll tell you what's best to do, and even if there's suffering involved with it, it'll be the best thing for you to do. We need visions, we need dreams, we need revelation from God how great and awesome he is, but he's not going to force it on us. If we don't want to learn how great and awesome he is, he's not going to teach us. If we want to listen to Satan's lies about great and awesome God, we're not going to think he's very great and awesome. It's like until we understand God loving us with all of his heart, we're not going to want to love him back with all of our heart. If we don't think he's good during suffering, we're going to think he changes in suffering. No. He's great and awesome all the time. He can help us through suffering and bring good out of it for us. It's like a saying I have. I got to live in an evil and suffering world, but great and awesome God can help me through it, bring good out of it for me, make me happy in it, and help me not to be bothered by it. I'm not dependent on myself to make myself happy or successful. I'm depending on great and awesome God to help me to become happy and successful. Through believing the truth about him, through obeying what his voice is saying to do. And he'll want us to try to learn the truth about his greatness and his awesomeness through Bible study. This is like how great and awesome God is manual if we want to read it. And then he wants us to try to teach others about how great and awesome he is too. Evangelism, God's great salvation for us. Truth teaching about our great and awesome God. How to have a good relationship with great and awesome God. So Satan's trying to get us to believe lies. God doesn't exist. God's not good and suffering. Try to play God yourself like Adam or Satan did. And we got to resist that. God doesn't want us to be a proud, trusting in ourselves, selfish person like Satan or Adam tried to be. He's wanting us to try to be like a good and faithful servant of God like Moses and Jesus and Paul tried to teach us how to be. With an overflow to give to others. It's like God's supposed to fulfill all our needs. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. Fullness of joy, perfect peace. You don't need anything other than a good relationship with God to be fulfilled. And then you go and try to bless others with your overflow. You're not trying to get happiness from the creation. you're trying to give loving help to the creation. You're getting your fulfillment from God and then trying to share it with others. You're not trying to get the fulfillment for other people. I need to get married. I need money and houses and possessions to feel good or feel happy. No, you don't. You need a good relationship with God to feel good. And then you can work with these other tools around to try to glorify God with them. Get fulfilled by God, then share that fulfillment with others. Have an overflow from God. Him pouring love into you so that you don't need love from human beings or something like that. You giving love to others, even your enemies or something. You don't need to get the love back or something, because you're getting it fulfilled by God. God doesn't want us bothered by this evil and suffering world. It's like you got to believe, great and awesome God is here. I don't care if World War III started up today. He's in control of it. He can tell you what's best to do in it. He doesn't stop being great and awesome during World War III. He can miraculously help you through it. Great and awesome God was with Moses and the children of Israel in the desert for 40 years, taking good care of them. Great and awesome God was with Paul in a prison for a couple of years. Great and awesome God can be with us every day if we want to believe He is, and enjoy Him every day. Hear what He's telling us to do, get busy doing it, trust in Him to help us through it. Even if difficulty starts up, He's still got a good, best plan for us. He can tell us to do something. Satan or wicked people can try to stop us, but when we have a problem, we say, what do you want me to do now? And He gives you the answer on how to deal with the problem or do something different or something. Nothing has to stop you from thinking God's great and awesome right now, and nothing has to stop you from getting peace and joy in His presence right now. Nothing has to stop you from obeying God's good will for you now, unless you want to let it. We're in a spiritual war, but we can win the spiritual war with God's truth. No, Satan, God is not bad. Yes, God, you're great and awesome. I believe God's voice, not Satan's voice. So if the thought in our mind says God's not great and awesome, it's from Satan to resist it. If the thought in our mind says, I am great and awesome, follow me, it's from God. Follow it. And those are how we choose to believe God's truth about His greatness and awesomeness and resist Satan's lies about God's greatness and awesomeness. God's like a perfect Father. Jesus said, when you've seen me, you've seen the Father. It's sort of like when Jesus was walking on the earth, it was like Father God in the flesh too. Jesus always did what His Father told Him to do. Jesus always thought He was great and awesome. And He defeated Satan's temptations to believe otherwise. So that's what we have to do. We have to think, what am I thinking about now? Am I thinking about great and awesome God? If I'm not, I got to ask God to help me to think about Him. His greatness, His awesomeness. That's the greatest thing we can think about all day, how great and awesome God is. Then we'll want to find out what His will is for us to do and start doing it with His power to do it. Instead of these lies of Satan, God doesn't love you. God's not real. Well, sin is better than obedience or something. You got to fight that off. No, God is great and awesome. He's got a best plan for my life. I need to listen to what He's telling me to do through prayer and get busy doing it. And it could be learning more truth about His greatness and His awesomeness, or trying to teach more truth about His greatness and awesomeness so other people can understand it. But you can't force anybody to want to get saved or believe God's truth about His greatness and awesomeness or want to obey Him if they don't want to. They have to want to choose to. I can just tell people you need to get saved. They have to choose whether they want to believe in it or not. I can just tell people about God's great and awesome all the time. They have to choose whether they want to believe in it or not. And that's my job from God. Believing He's great and awesome. Trying to do His great and awesome will for my life right now. With His help too. That pleases God. And when you make God happy, you make yourself happy. So we need to believe the truth about God, learn the truth about God. He's great and awesome. He's here. He never changes. He wants to tell us what's best to do, give us the power to do it. It's about trying to learn the truth about how great and awesome He is. It's about trying to teach others the truth about how great and awesome He is, regardless of whether they want to believe it or not. And keep resisting Satan trying to lie to us that God's not great, God's not awesome, God's not a good helper. You should be fearful and depressed. You should be trying to get your happiness from the creation or playing God instead of serving God or something. No. Being a good and faithful servant of a great and awesome God's the way to success and happiness. Satan, go away. I don't want the fruit from the tree of knowledge. I don't want to be king of the earth, says Jesus or something. I want to be a good and faithful servant of my great and awesome God for success, said Jesus to Satan in the wilderness. Adam and Eve said, yes, Satan, we'll believe your lies. Yeah, let's play God. Jesus said, no, I'm not going to try to play God. I'm going to serve God. And we need to try to be like Jesus, our example, wanting to be a good and faithful servant of a great and awesome God, resisting the devil and his lies, to be able to be successful in this world, happy and successful today, happy and successful in the future during World War III, happy and successful on Judgment Day. How much truth did you believe about my greatness and awesomeness, Judgment Day or something? And we'll be happy and successful in this life and happy and successful in the next life, in eternal life in heaven, like Jesus was, like Paul was. So that's what we need to do. Believe how great and awesome God is and try to do his great and awesome best will for us now and fight off Satan trying to tell us that that's not true. Don't believe that. God isn't great and awesome. His will isn't best to do. Keep fighting that off. God's great and awesome. His will is best to do. There's nothing on earth that can make you more successful and happy than a good relationship with great and awesome God and doing his great and awesome will for your life now.